New glasses.
Again, you said that in the last one.
Yeah, but that was shocking. A week ago, wasn't
30
it?
30 quid.
They weren't 30
quid.
I
wanted something that looked like Ray-Ban.
Anyway, shut up, Stu. No, anyway, so I would say we're back here, but we haven't left because we've got two cars to look at today. This is a Clubman fronted Mini. I'm going to learn loads about it because I haven't actually spoken to the guy about it too much. But it's 600 kilos and it's 200 horsepower. What could go wrong? Mad engine swaps. Hey?
What engine's in it?
K-Series 1.8 turbo 16 valve. There you go. Dynoed at 200 horsepower. Probably fast as crap because it doesn't weigh anything.
We went out in that K20 cut and that was 240, 250?
Yeah, same sort of thing.
But with a turbo.
Although this will be making a lot more torque than that because that was a normally aspirated car. So, crazy car, crazy engine. Let's see what happens. Just have a look, that's my hip. That's how tiny this car is. We thought the Renault 5 was small and this is smaller again.
Yeah.
So this is Sean who owns the car.
Sean,
hello. Right. So Sean's a clever bloke because basically he stuffed a massive engine in it. I've just learned, we were just talking about it, this is only, I'm just going by the information I've got so far. The cars, how much wider are the arches than?
It's 4 inches wider overall.
Overall, yeah. So to put the the turbo 1800 engine in it, it uses MGF drive shafts, doesn't it? You were saying.
MGF drive shafts.
And then you use a Metro subframe.
Rover Metro or MGF subframe. It's the same thing, basically.
Oh, okay.
But this is a Rover Metro one because I like to say it's got a Metro subframe.
Did you? So was this a standard Mini when you got it, or have you done?
It's just a bare shell.
Was it?
I just bought it as a shell as a project.
You boys love a bit of hard work, don't you?
Yeah, that's the best way. Let someone else spend all the money, and then just finish it off. You know?
Can we have a look under the bonnet? Because I haven't yet looked, but I've got a feeling it's going to be pretty much wall-to-wall engine. Look where the turbo is, behind the headlight.
Yeah, I know, but what was the turbo off of 200SX?
It's 200SX turbo. It's a bit bigger than the standard Rover one.
200SX turbo, and then there was something else and something else and something else.
It's got a Frontera intercooler.
As you do.
As you do.
Well, it's budget, isn't it?
Yeah, it's budget build.
Well, yeah, but it's budget, but it's sensible. It's not budget, do it, and it looks gash. It's budget because you've done your homework and it works.
Found the pitch, yeah. It's got Rover 400 diesel gearbox.
That's it?
Because you get a longer ratio. Suits the turbo better.
Total change.
Limited slip diff in that box.
And it was just like a rolling shell, and you've done all of it. Has been sourced the engine, sourced the gearbox.
Everything. Yeah, the engine was free.
Okay, they can't get a better than that.
Cheaper than that.
This is exactly like what I'll do.
I love it, absolutely. Yeah, but he's done it properly, unlike what you would do.
Yeah, that's fair point.
We didn't have a plan, we just done it.
Yeah.
It was going to have a Nissan Micra engine in it originally, just because I wanted modern and 5-speed gearbox, but then my mate at Banger Races, he said, I've got a Rover Turbo lump round the back if you want it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to use it, so we just took it out. And
so you just did your homework? And then...
just looked into it. Basically a remapped ECU.
Yeah.
Which is, because they were designed to run 200 horsepower standard, or 202 I think it was.
Yeah.
And then they detuned them to 160.
Right. And so you put the bigger turbo on?
Well, just because I had it, basically.
Oh, really? So you had that anyway, and it was just out to fit?
Yeah, it was on one of my other projects once before, and it was in the shelf, and the turbo for this is on my son-in-law's 106 Rally now.
Oh, man.
See, there's still...
it's genius, absolute genius.
See, this is the thing, right, is we keep saying, like, it's great seeing, like, Supras or whatever it is that can get 1,000 horse, 1,500 horse, but... that's workmanship.
Yeah, exactly. That's start to finish, using your noggin and going, well, if I measure that and I do that, then that'll probably work. Let's offer it up. No, we need to change that. Let's cut that off, weld down. But it's done tidily. We've had a lot of really custom stuff. Yeah, we should call it ban the billet. That's what we should call it. Ban the billet. We don't want more shiny shit. If it works and it's tidy, just leave it. It hasn't got to be shiny.
Function over look.
Exactly. Function over form. That's what we like.
Right,
so
but you give him a hand with the bonnet.
Yeah, let's. Well, it looks like he's got it. It doesn't look too heavy, to be fair.
No, there's not a lot to this car.
Oh, it's a steel. It's still a steel bonnet. Do you want to give us, Sean, just a quick rundown? So you've got, obviously it's got the wrong engine in it, which actually is the right engine in my opinion.
Well, it's Rover.
It's a Rover motor.
A Rover Mini.
Yeah. What about, so it's making, how much power would this have had starting out in the factory?
160.
Well, I mean, the engine that would have been in there
the
would
original
have been
Mini.
75
horsepower.
75 horsepower.
1275.
So it's making like well over twice the power that it should have done. You've got to stop it. What brakes have you got on there?
It's got MGF vented disc calipers on the front.
Yeah.
Polo GTI discs and calipers on the back.
Nice.
Yeah, it stops.
Yeah, so it's got a servo.
No,
it doesn't
servo.
need a servo.
Nah.
So it don't really weigh a lot.
Nah.
Let's remember it does weigh 600 kilos. So anything over 100 horsepower is going to be fun to drive in it.
You want, yeah.
How, I always ask this question because I'm always keen to know, and especially after looking at the Renault 5, and I was just blown away by the fact it's taken him as long as it had. How long has it taken you start to finish?
Well, I tend to buy them and then leave them. So
Yeah.
I've had this for it's been on the road for about 3 years,
Yeah.
and I've probably had it a couple of years before that.
So it's give or take a couple of years start to finish.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too unsuspecting. I mean, if you saw it on the road, and apart from the intercooler,
Yeah,
you
that's
think
a
there's a
bit of a
customised Mini. You wouldn't
Yeah.
really think it was packing 2.5 times the power that it
No, you
should have had.
even the exhaust don't give it away because it's tucked right up.
Yeah, the exhaust is hidden.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
can't
even
see
seen
it.
that yet. I haven't been through the car yet. Should we have a quick look inside? You can give us a rundown, Sean, of what the inside, what's going on the inside.
Seats are on this.
Yeah, the seats. So the seats obviously match the bodywork.
Grey and black seats.
Quite neat in there.
Fitted reasonably well.
The first thing I notice is the dash. So that integrates with the engine quite well, does it? Is it like universal?
It's a universal one, really. I had it lying around from another project.
Right.
So I lost the wiring harness for it, and then I phoned the guys up that made it, and he goes, "Oh, I might have some bits," and then he gave me the harness, and it basically does speedo, oil temperature, water temperature. It's got shift lights. There's loads of functions I don't use
stuff
on it. Yeah, it does. If you've got the right, you could do lap times from it if you've got the right bit on it.
Yeah.
Which I haven't got on it.
That's quite neat because it fits in the original
Yeah, I put
surround.
it in the
Yeah,
Just
it's super tidy inside.
yeah, it's just simple. Just got a boost gauge and that's it, really.
It's not too cluttered,
Nah.
because something like this that's got the wrong engine, that's from a different era, and the rest of it can end up looking a bit busy because of the amount of stuff you have to put in there to get it to work.
Yeah, sort of like the minimalistic look from it, sort of, stripped out cage look, really.
But still tidy. Like the Renault 5, we're still looking at a fully caged car that's got the wrong engine in it, and it still looks really, really neat. We've also got a Wasp in the car now. What is it with Wasps and us today?
I don't know.
He's under the dashboard, and we've got to get in there.
Well, I think you better get in it while it's there then.
Let's have a try. Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah, cheers. Throw me in it. You join us in the Mini we were just talking about a minute ago. K-Series Turbo, 200 horsepower, 600 kilos. We just go over the bridge. It revs like a bike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's revvy.
Jesus.
A little bit of torque steer, but
It's very, once you come off the revs, it's very,
yeah, it's nice.
it feels very docile. It doesn't, in fact, I would go so far as to say it doesn't sound a lot louder inside than what the original Minis would have been. They weren't exactly refined, were they?
No, it could do with some sound ending, but it's not, it's not super loud.
That's third,
It's not
isn't it? I can see you fighting with the steering wheel, trying to keep it in line. And so I suppose
I've driven it for ages, but after a while you just get to learn to just let it sort of do its own bit.
That's exactly what Shane was saying about it.
Otherwise you're fighting it.
Yeah, exactly. He said you've got to try it.
Just let it.
Yeah, let your mind,
Yeah.
you know, relax a little bit to let it find its path, you know.
Yeah.
Plus it's something with such short wheelbase and it's so tight, you know, I mean it's going to be, you're finding ruts in the road.
But once you sort of, you know, once you go in, it's alright.
It does sound good when it's on song, doesn't it? It's got a real nice sort of, does it rev any higher than a factory one? It sounds like it does.
I think it revved to about 7.
Oh, it's quite, it's reasonably. I don't know, from audibly it just sounds like it's revving a lot higher up than what it...
Yeah, I don't know, if you push that button A,
it's just about reach it.
Get revs on that. No, one's more.
Oh, yeah, there we go, yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite neat to use, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
quite...
At least if you can reach it.
yeah, if you can reach it, yeah. Around the roads, around where you live, just to chuck it around. It feels like it would, the rate it accelerated that I felt a minute ago, it feels like it would do that third, fourth and, you know, fifth and carry on. What do you reckon, if you were going to build something like this, not you specifically, but what would you have, if you had to pay for the paint, if you had to pay for the engine, all that, what would you have to budget, do you reckon, roughly?
Probably today, I reckon you could still build one for under 10 grand.
Oh, okay. Provided you can get hold of the bits and everything.
Yeah, nothing's dear.
We're going to use a Racelogic VBOX. Try this if you want to get one. Let me just put this on the screen real quick. We've used this in Blighton Park, in Castle Combe, and this is our bit of kit for measuring all the performance stuff. I don't know what this is doing. So, 30 to 70, real world performance in a real world car. Through second and part of the way through third.
Might be better in third.
Jesus.
Not second.
Here we go. Oh, mate. We did. I won't say how fast we went then. But it felt like twice as fast as we're actually going.
Maybe a bit more.
Jesus, that was so. We just shaved a second off that straight away. That was a 5.1. To give you some sort of idea of how quick that is, that's as quick as the Porsche race car that we've got. And it's only half a second slower than Stuart's car, which is twice the power, 400 horsepower, with ADDICTS tyres, I think, some race tyres on it. It feels so much faster as well. Jeez. That's, yeah, Stuart's one was 4.6, I think, so about half a second. But it's 400 brake. Oh, mate. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. It's a little weapon, I've got to say.
It's fun.
Oh, man.
Here I am then. Yeah, that's JK wheel spinning a whatever it is.
Is that the race truck?
I don't know, but I can't see you.
Right.
I still can't see you.
I've got to get out now.
Yeah, you got to get out.
Peel yourself out.
Yep.
Right, so experience 2 today.
Right, well,
obviously
it's small.
that is bonkers.
It's small inside. I'll say that much.
Right.
Are you going to be surprised when I tell you, right, that it's only half a second slower than your 400 horsepower Seat
So faster than your Porsche?
by a full second. By a full second, and the Porsche is an actual race car. But it is like Sean was saying, it's not quite as powerful as the Renault, but if it was any more, because of the weight of it,
Yeah.
it's weighing like 600 kilos, do you reckon? Something like that. It uses every inch of it. So the first attempt we tried doing at the 30 to 70 actually spun the tyres through second and partly into third, so we lost a lot of time doing that. It was like 6 seconds or something. So knowing that there's more in it, we went back around the bypass and come back. But it uses all of it. I would imagine on the road, it's like, because it's not really, it's fast, but it's not like sketchy.
It's not stupidly fast.
No, it's not sketchy.
Controlled.
Very controlled. So you can use all of it, and it didn't feel like out of control. It didn't feel like it was going to break anything. But I can't get over how small they are inside. I forgot how tiny they were, and sitting in it, I like that. It gives me a stroke on the leg every 5 minutes every time it goes to second.
What was it? 3070?
3070 was 4.17. I believe.
Was it?
Or is that 5.17? 5.17.
So it's definitely faster than the Porsche.
Definitely faster than Porsche. Not that much slower
than the Leon.
Fast
That's
little
fucking,
car.
But that's the thing. It's a 1.8.
Yeah. Fast
The
little
Leon's
car.
400 brake.
Exactly.
This is 200 brake. Your car's 400 brake.
More, yeah. At
Or
least
450.
So,
Whatever
well,
it is.
we reckon 450, give or
That's
take.
unreal.
But it's such a little weapon. It feels like the combination of getting something that looks like a retro car but is reliable as well as being fast, because like we were saying about the Renault 5 Turbo, if you tuned one of the same as an A-Series engine that would have been in this, if you tuned it to make that sort of power, it'd be so unreliable, and you'd have to keep messing with it every 5 minutes and it would break and all the rest of it. But all in all, again, these boys seem to make some pretty awesome stuff, actually.
Yeah, we've been invited to Eastbourne.
Well, if there's any more stuff like this, then I'm all up for it, because it is so well presented and feels so complete and well finished inside.
Well, there you go.
Weapon.
Another Mini.
Yeah. If you like what we did today, if you like seeing mad stuff like this, like that, and like most of the other stuff you've seen on the channel, like, share, subscribe, comment, and if you can hit the bell, we've got more stuff coming up. We've got stuff going on at the track. We've got loads of track events coming up. We've got loads of stuff at Santa Pod this year. We're also at BHP.
Also, Estuardo is going to Spain to find out what the car culture's like there.
Stu is going to go to Spain and have a look at the car culture. I don't think it's an excuse to go out on the piss over there. No,
It is.
not at all. But they do a lot of drifting out there, so we're going to document a bit of that. In the meantime, follow us on the builds and see what else we've got coming up on the channel. Thank you very much.
10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do